one of the big issues for land reform and the Land Commission from the very start has been about Scotland's really concentrated pattern of land ownership. Land in Scotland is owned by not very many people. Most of the land is owned by a very small amount of people. But there's a lot of argument, not everybody agrees on whether that's important. Some people think it's really important, others think it's irrelevant, and actually what matters is how land is used and managed. We did some research last year and published this year that shows quite clearly that actually land ownership is really important. It's not a problem in the amount of land that any one individual owns. This isn't a scale issue. Where the problem comes is when one organisation or individual owns all of the land in a particular area. That gives them the absolute power to control who can access land, when, what for, and at what price. And that gives them enormous power to be able to decide what happens in a community and how it develops. So everything from housing development right through to business growth, space for business growth. We know that Scotland's economy doesn't perform as well as it should do. We know that a big part of the reason for that is we've got too much inequality. Too much wealth is in too few hands. We also know that land it makes up a huge proportion of our wealth. So that gives us a number of options. One is we change the pattern of land ownership. The other is we actually look at how the value of land is distributed within society. So there are a number of ways we can do that. But I think one of the most important is about making sure that communities actually have the opportunity to take advantage of the potential that's in the land. If our economic performance is poor, we know that one of the major drivers of that is too much inequality, and we know too much inequality in wealth and too much wealth in too few hands, and we know that land is a major component of our wealth. We've got to look at the way we own land in this country. We've got to change that. That's the only way we're actually going to deliver the inclusive growth that we need to drive this country forward.